I pretty much base my 9:30 open bias based on where price is in relation to the 12 a.m. and the 7 a.m. candle. As you can see right now, it's 8:25, and it looks like we're trying to push below the 7 a.m. candle, which if that happens, in around 8:30, we're actually under the 7 a.m. candle. Then when 9:30 gets here, my bias will be bullish. At this point, it's playing out pretty smooth. Currently, it's 8:29. We're below the 7 a.m. candle, and we're below the 12 a.m. candle. So when we get to 9:30, as long as price is still under this level, I'm gonna be looking for buys. So currently we're still under. I'm just trying to see if price wants to take out last night's London low, or if it wants to take out Thursday's London low. But yeah, it's 9:07. We're just gonna wait for 9:30 and get in the trade. 9:17, and price is just kind of teeter-tottering between the London low, the Asian low, and the 7 a.m. candle. I'm still expecting it to take out the London low. If not just the London low, then Thursday's London low also. But like I say, as of right now, I'm looking bullish on the 9:30 market open. 12 a.m. candles there, 7 a.m. candles there. At 8:30, we were below both of those. So yeah, everything's looking like it's playing out good. I just need to wait and see if it does a sweep on the London low down here, or Thursday's London low. So yeah. So just checking back in, it is currently 9:28, and as you can see, we've already started to become bullish. Now, realistically, I could have said, based on where we are at the 8:30 candle in relation to the 7 and the 12 a.m. candle, at 8:30, I could have went ahead and entered, or I could have said, hey, at 9 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and enter. But as you can see, so this fair value gap that we're seeing right now, this green, that's in this blue area, that's not the one. That's not the one. Why? Because it's before 9:30. So looks good, looks promising, look like it's one that should be taken, but we're not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. Just gonna sit back and see. We got 12 seconds. And of course I'm trading on paper trade. Here we go. So first fair value gap. Looks like it's turning green. The Asia low. So it looks like based on yesterday and today, price only wants to take out the Asian low. Like if the London low is lower than the Asian low, price don't want nothing to do with it. So 26 seconds, we're probably gonna go ahead and enter. And it looks like the same kind of setup as yesterday. Normally I like to wait for the confirmation, the tap back into that first fair value gap. Yesterday I was waiting for that confirmation and I did not get it, but I did not chase it. And around 10:30 or so, I was able to get the trade I wanted, going back in the opposite direction. But as mentioned, I said we would be bullish at open, and so far that's played out extremely well. So I just want to see if this actually turns into a fair value gap. Not going to jump into it early though. We need to wait for confirmation. So basically, if this area here stays open, if this area from here up to here stays open, let me change the color. If that yellow area stays open, then I will be trying to enter there. But as mentioned, You know, I think as far as where price is at the 8:30 in relation to the 7 a.m. candle and the 12 a.m. candle, I think I'm on par with that. As you can see, we've been bullish at 8:30. I mean, we were in the 550s, and now we're 650. So, should have been able to capture 100 points. And we did close, so I want to go ahead and do a buy limit of 5 right there. All right, my limit is there. I want to scoot up to the very top. Yesterday, it didn't let me in. All right, so I'm in today. Let's see how this plays out. Because we still have that London low down there. And we still have Thursday's London low also. So, but the first fair value gap was green. I'm about to snag them with another order. Not really stressing. If we get back above this yellow area here, I'm going to go ahead and add 5 more contracts. I just don't need to see it create a bearish fair value gap right now. But even if it does, I mean, that's not going to be my focus. The first one was green. I'm sticking to it. So, let's see where we go. Got 20 seconds. Close above 620, and I'm probably going to add 5. It's Friday, though. We got to keep that in mind also. So it did leave a little fair value gap. Not sure how I feel about it. But I'm just going to stick with the original plan. Like I say, we still got these London lows down here. So if I was to place a stop loss, it probably would be somewhere down here. 569 area. But I'm not going to set it yet because I just want to give this trade a little room to breathe. Hoping to get back above this yellow rectangle here. And for Fridays, acting a little janky for real. But I know how Fridays do, so. It's got all those low. It's got the Thursdays running low. It's got liquidity down there. I doubt that it's going to leave it there before closing today. But right now, I'm just kind of following the guidelines on that first presented fair value gap, which was bullish. So, looks like we're breaking down a little more than I would like to see. But I'm still going to hold. You know, currently down 342. Not going to panic. I want to add to my position, but not yet. Not while I'm down. I try to only add to my position when I'm in positive, just to keep from developing bad habits. Let's see if we get some push up above 620, and we probably going. Not yet, not yet, not yet. We need a candle body close above there. 10 seconds. Can we get the close? We tried. Not on that candle, but what about this candle? Let's see. Down 609. See, that's why I didn't add to my position just yet. I need that candle body close above this area right here. Candle body close above. It may be wanting that London low, like I say, it may be, and that's fine. 556. So, but you can see why you only want to add to your position, or I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's better to add to a profitable winning position rather than a losing one. But you still need to make sure that you get confirmations. Like I was saying, I needed the candle body close above this yellow rectangle. I got a wick up there, but I didn't get the candle body close, so I didn't add those other 5 contracts that I was planning on adding. Good thing, because I was down 400 some, almost 500 in this trade, down. And if I had added those other 5 contracts too early, then I would have been down 900 to 1,000, and it would have been too much for me. I try not to see 4 figures as far as being down when I'm in a trade, but it's a Friday, man. Price don't always do what I would like it to do on Fridays. So we probably got like FOMC or something. I didn't even check the news today. I definitely should have checked, but price kind of slowed down, honestly. And that's why I don't trade my live accounts or my prop accounts during January. I normally wait till February-ish, almost March. A lot of people will be nervous, probably would done close the trade right now. I've kind of got used to knowing how it feels when you're in red, so it don't scare me as much as it did when I first started trading. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing when it comes to risk management, but what I do know is that you have to get used to the feeling of being in red and not just panicking and closing the trade just because you're in red. If you keep doing that, you'll just be a break-even trader. So again, I'm waiting for price to close above this yellow. Because the first fair value gap after 9:30 open was a green, or was a bearish one, signaling buys. And of course, the price at 8:30 was below the 12 a.m. candle and the 7 a.m. candle, so that helped me form my bias for buys on market open, which, as you can see, 9:30 here, we did get an instant buy up, which could have gave you a quick little 50 points. But I would like to ride price back up to that London high, honestly. Around 725, somewhere around there. So I went ahead and added to my position. And I want to take off 5 of my contracts here, sell 5, and then 5 more here. this London high. So yeah. Let's see how it plays out. I jumped in just a little early. I should be entering those other 5 right now, but I was afraid the price kind of getting away from me. FOMO, I guess. So I went on and jumped in. But we got 2 fair value gaps. We got this one here in this area, and then we have this area here that is currently fighting through now. So this is my line of defense, this bottom one right here. No need for me to be worried. We'll be back in profit really soon. It's just wanting to play around a little bit, dance around. Like I'm just not a big fan of January's price action, man. It's just like the market's too thin. I kind of feel like it's too thin. Like if it was March or so, I mean, my TPs would have done been hit March, April, May. You know, TPs would have been hit already. But we not gonna trip because TP's gonna get hit regardless. So quick little 100-point run. It's beyond that 7 a.m. candle, so next target is at 12 a.m. candle. And I'm actually gonna put right below it. All right, so we finally getting that push I was looking for. Of course, you know, it's going to play around. That's why it's important, especially in like the months of January, before, you know, orders get built in and when the market is still kind of thin. It's important to not go too heavy. Trust your strategy, but don't get too heavy on your position size, because it's going to play around. So yeah, like I say, one thing I was still concerned about is the fact that we still have the London low open from last night, and Thursday's London low still open. So, you know, price could easily dip down and take out one of those. But we know that at 8:30, the first fair value gap that we got was right here, this yellow area. That was it, you know, the first fair value gap after 9:30. So I trusted it. The only mistake that I made was adding those other 5 contracts. Just the timing wasn't right on it. I should have waited, but I didn't. So that's why you saw my drawdown increase during this run of red candles back down. But of course, you know, I'm still trusting the setup, and I'm just waiting. I didn't get nervous. I just knew, you know, my drawdown was getting a little heavy, but I never got nervous. That's why I held the whole time. And it's still going to play around and dance around and dance around. It's got to convince people that it wants to sell off. But, you know, I know it's going to buy up. But it's just got to manipulate people in the process. So just be patient and just wait and watch. Normally, I like to be out of these trades because you got to remember at 950, that's the start of a whole new macro. And I like to take a trade and be out of the trade before the start of a new setup or strategy. But sometimes it just don't work out that way. So looks like I'm stuck in this one, but I'm going to hold on till my TP gets hit, or until I get substantial, you know, a good little profit. Probably get a little bounce back around the 50, but maybe we'll break through because we've been through it before during 9:30. So yeah. This part will test your patience, because you know you want price to just take off, but price is gonna do what price does. I normally, you know, I'm kind of familiar with seeing the flow, so I know every time we get to a 50 level, like 25,650, we're gonna get some stall. I know around the 25 level, the 20, you know, like for instance 25,625, we're gonna get some stall. So I'm used to certain things, but as you can see, like it, you know, it panned out. So actually, you know, and of course, another level is around like the 83. I've noticed 85, 83, somewhere we'll get a little stall also. So I don't trip out and panic whenever price turns. I know we're gonna get that stall at those certain levels, so I just kind of just chill out. It's almost best if you can just put your phone down and walk away from your phone to avoid yourself from exiting too early, or you know, all that. But yeah, you just gotta kind of be patient. I mean, there's no kinda to it. You have to be patient and just let the trade run. Now, I told you before market even opened that we were going to be bullish, and so far it's turned out well. So just need another good little push, and we'll secure some profits. We'll remove 5 contracts, and then we'll let another 5 run. So let's just see where it goes. Probably around 93, somewhere around there. It's going to give us another stall. But I know that it's going to suck back to that 12 a.m. candle. I've already put a video out on it, just explaining the power of the 7:30. I mean, of the 12 and the 7 a.m. candle. I think it's called powerful levels. So TP1's hit. Now we're just going to try to see if we can get TP2. Which is the London high. So we're going to hang around, see if it takes it out. But like I say, I like to get mine before it actually gets there. So I'm going to bring it down to about 721. So we are now on the other side of the 12 a.m. And typically there's liquidity on that other side. Just like if we were coming down, there would be liquidity on this bottom side. But yeah, so we just gonna watch, see what it does. It's about ready for a retrace, not even gonna lie. So I'm probably going to just kill this and then maybe get back in on the retrace. So yeah, we'll just consider that a winning trade. Now, I may get back on the retrace down, but I may not. I may not. So yeah, as you can see, 21 would have been my full TP, but I closed early. I mean, I got profits, so I'm not really concerned. You just got to kind of wait it out, you know, everything's smooth. But yeah, man, thanks for checking out this video. I'll be posting more content. Play trades out. 1.